Westside family, I'm here with Mr. Gary Russell Jr. What's going on, champ? How you?
Man, we coolin', man. We been in Keep, we been in camp. I've been working real hard, side by side with my little brother. You know what I'm saying? We've been grinding. You know what I'm saying? I know I look and shit.
Yeah.
Putting some bump in, got little war wounds in, you know, something slight. You know, but nothing much, man. We ready for Saturday night for little brother, man. He about to make the shit shake.
How that shoulder doing?
Oh, it's good. It's good, man. Everybody been asking, man. You know. But it's getting there. It's about right, man.
You can't wait to punch something.
Yeah. Now, speaking of punch something, last time we seen you on camera, you told somebody it don't matter how the shoulder doing, it's good enough to slap a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now, yesterday, that same guy was on a podcast yesterday, and he mentioned you. He said you had opportunities to fight him. I'm talking about Chris Colbert. He said you had opportunities to fight him, and you ain't won it. How you feel about that, champ?
That was never the case. I think his name is getting noticeable enough, but though they can probably make a little money off of it. He's trying to make some money. He'll get his ass beat for sure. He got his ass beat his last fight. Don't get it misconstrued. And shorty, don't make me do this to you and really start exposing you, shorty. Don't do this, man. I ain't really that guy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really him. But I will expose you, shorty. Stop what you doing.
What kind of Gary Russell can we expect at 130 pounds? You've been at 126 your whole career.
Who said I was going to 130?
Okay.
I'm just saying. Who said I was going to 130? I mean, I think the fact that I no longer have the bondages between holding the title at 126, which I ran until they worked me for my title. You know what I'm saying? But now I have the ability to fluctuate. I have the ability to fluctuate my weight. I mean, all the people that I've been wanting to fight when I was at 126, they ended up moving to 130 or 135 and stuff like that. So now I have the ability to move however I want. So
Now,
I've been grinding, man. I've been rehabbing, man. I'm getting my arms right, my shoulders right. Y'all would never, ever in a million years catch me looking out of shape. Chris Colbert, as a matter of fact, when y'all was talking about him, wasn't he fat? Didn't he have a gut when that happened?
Yeah.
Y'all would never pull up on me like that. I'm always blocked up. I stay fuck something up right. Stop playing with me, Charlie.
Now, we were hearing rumors about you in a possible Hector Garcia fight. We know Hector got Lamont Roach. I just did a podcast last week with Lamont Roach. I told him, hey, if you get the title, I think for Maryland, for DC, we got to do Gary Russell Jr. versus Lamont Roach. I mean, he talked about how much he respected you, but he said that's a big fight for the city. How you feel about that?
I wouldn't want to fight Roach, to be honest with you. I like Roach. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call him a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? But he came up under me. You know, I knew him for a while. I know his family. I know his dad. I know his mom. You know, if he's trying to make some money, then I guess we can make some shit shake if you got the title, you know what I'm saying? You know what you're asking for, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I wouldn't want to fight Roach, you know what I'm saying? But shit, we in the hurt business, we in the sport to try to generate revenue. But me personally, you know, I wouldn't want to fight Roach.
In your comeback fight, are you looking to knock the rust off? Are you looking for the biggest, best fight possible?
Fuck nah. We ain't doing no tune-ups, we ain't doing none of that. I've been in the kitchen cooking. We've been grinding. I'm in shape, I'm in blast right now. My little brother in shape. I've been working, like I say, side by side with him, preparing him for his fight as well as me, rehabbing my shoulder, doing certain work, doing exercise, and pushing this shit to the limit. So if we do come back, we ain't looking for no handouts.
Now, respectfully, champ, I think out of all of the fighters that we got today, I think as far as your activity level, with it being, you know, kind of off and on, you have probably the most hardcore fan base. What do you think the people connect with you about? What is that connection with you and your fan base, even though we don't get to see you as much as we want?
Because I'm real. You know, a lot of people tend to live behind the smokes and the mirrors, you know what I'm saying? They get caught up off the smokes and the mirrors, they get caught up off the lights and the cameras and shit like that. And when it's all said and done, you still gotta go back to being a real person at the end of the day. I never misconstrued it too. You know what I'm saying? I stay true to myself. You know what I'm saying? People like that, they kind of get caught up in the smoke. I don't get caught up in the smoke. My yes mean yes, my no mean no. You know know what I'm saying? If I'm cool with you, you know I'm cool with you. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. That's just what it is, you know. And I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm going to stand on law. I'm going to stand on what I believe in, no matter what somebody says or how they feel about it. I feel as though every man should be that way. Every man isn't, you know, but it is what it is. I think that's where a lot of my fan base might come from. You know, I try my best to be thorough. I try my best to be complete in every way. I give credit when credit's due. But I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna hold my tongue for nobody.
How's it been balancing being an active fighter or returning to the ring with now being a head trainer?
It's just like been cool. It's been pretty cool because nothing's really changed to a certain extent, except for the absence of my father. You know, even when my father was here, I worked side by side with him. You know, when we was in training camp or you know stuff like that, and helping tweak the little stuff that was going on with my younger brothers. You know, as of now, I can work, I can grind. As you can see, I got war wounds now. You know what I'm saying? We put a little bump in. You know, I'm in shape. I've been training right alongside him. He's in blast. He's in shape for this fight. Cruz, he needs to be ready. You know, I know he's going to bring his best, but Shawty's definitely ready and he's game. But it hasn't been that much of a difference.
Now to go back to you not wanting no tune-ups, we know you take the biggest fights possible. Is it anybody in mind that you want or that you're looking at next?
If I had to just throw somebody out there, I wouldn't mind. I know he just fought though, but I wouldn't mind Cruz. I remember saying that, little Pitbull. I wouldn't mind Pitbull. I like him too. I like him. He a little dog. I like him. He a little dog. I like him. You gotta get credit when credit due, you know. But I still think I'd burn his ass up. I think it'd be a good fight for the fans. I think it'd be a good fight for the fans. A good welcome home, a welcome back fight. You know, to answer all the questions to the non-believers. Is his arm gonna be back? Is he gonna be able to make the difference, make the transition? Yeah, come get your questions answered. I would love to fight Tank. Come test it off a fucked up shoulder. You'll be the first one to test it. You know what I'm saying?
Would you want to do that here, or would you want to do it in like Vegas or something?
I mean, of course we want to do it here. It's a homegrown fight. That's something that we were only one to get done here. You know, the DMV, it'll be retarded in the DMV. You don't even have to. And to be honest with you, they probably wouldn't do it in the DMV because it wouldn't be fair to anybody else. You know, because you can just shut the airports down. You can shut the airport. The city itself gonna flood this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now my last.
Talking about tune-ups, you know, because it seems like when we get to the elite level, a lot of guys are saying that they really don't need a tune-up. But give us an understanding on why you say you don't need a tune-up.
I personally don't feel as though I need a tune-up just because of, one, the skill set in which that I bring in the ring. I don't care if I move up to 147 pounds. I guarantee you, they might say, well, he might be a little too small, but everybody would say that motherfucker's still a threat. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the skill set in which that I bring, my IQ in which that I bring to the ring. And the fact that I took a nice layoff dealing with my shoulder injury. You know, took a nice long layoff. I've been strengthening it up. And I've never been the type of person that want to half-ass or anything. You know?
The second part of that question is this. When it comes to sparring and actual being in the, you know, the fight, does the timing make a difference in when you come in sparring? I mean, you can get your timing set in sparring to prepare you for a top fight?
Yeah, all that shit is sparring. That's the purpose of sparring. You know, you spar to help critique yourself and get your timing back, get your coordination back, get your rhythm back, get your eyes back on point. You know, all of that matter. You'll be able to figure that out way before the fight. Yeah, you'll figure it out way before the fight.
Now my last question to you is, shoulder back right, you working. Does part of you feel like you need that get back with Max Sayo? You damn near beat him with one hand. Does part of you?
What they told you.
No. Hell nah. Part of me don't think I need to get no get back with Masaho. Masaho don't even think he won that fight. I mean, I think it's it's crazy. This is where I get disappointed at the sport of boxing that I participated in for so long, and I put all my blood, sweat, and everything else into it. And when you look at the sport of boxing is Marcus de Queensberry. It means to hit and not get hit. In that particular fight, when you had a champion that was compromised and he was still able to regulate, control, and still hit and not get hit, that is boxing within itself. That's boxing 101. You know what I'm saying? It gets no better than that. You know, for them to try to actually strip me and rob me of my title with a guy that didn't do shit. Anybody that don't know boxing, they would say, if you gonna be the champion, you gotta beat the champion. You gotta take that shit. He ain't take nothing because I beat his ass with one hand. You know, so I mean, this is the type of stuff that goes on that gives the sport a black eye, give people a sour taste in their mouth when it comes to the sport of boxing. But I'm one of the real dogs. I'm one of the ones that's gonna keep it 100 with the people, with the fans. I ain't gonna food poison nobody. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Now, even without the belt, you're probably the biggest name in the division and in the division ahead of you.
Right.
As far as those two go, what's the biggest fight that could possibly be made?
Me and Javante.
Because I know you were talking about Devin at one time.
I mean, we wanted Devin too. We was trying to fight Devin before, once the pandemic and all that happened. I was the first one that was trying to fight Devin way back when. Building them, and I don't know how they call themselves doing paperwork or doing business, but that ain't the type of way you want to do business, you know. So that fight fell through. It never happened. It never materialized into anything. But that was the fight that we wanted to make, you know. And my thing is this: the fact that I can fluctuate, I can move up and fight 135. So if you don't want to fight me, you're going to run into my little brother at 40. You're going to have to deal with this bloodline at some point or another. So,
do you think that they really didn't want that Haney fight at that particular time?
I mean, timing is everything. It's very possible. It's possible, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak for them personally. I don't know what was going on in their head, but I think timing is everything. And I did get wind that a little birdie told them, hey, that's bad business, don't fight him.
That's what I'm
saying. That's bad business, don't fight him. You might fuck around and lose that fucking with him, leave him be. So I did hear that, and I don't know how true that is. You know, I can't really stamp it, but I can give it out there to the fans so y'all can know really what's going on.
Gary, what impression